Alright folks, the Game Show Fun Zone is now proud to present game number 1 of Jeopardy for the Wii U. Let's see how this goes. This is Jeopardy.
Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 3.
Now hopefully I can
And now,
win a nice
here
amount
is
of
the
money with this
host
to be able
of
to start a run
Jeopardy,
on the Game Show Fun Zone channel.
Brevet.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy
Yes,
round.
let's. This
Clues
is
are
around
worth
with the one daily
$200 to
double,
$1,000
as well as
in
easier
these categories.
questions.
Cakes, war, zoology. What's the word? Classic rock opening lines. And what are you made of? All right, let's get back into this. Player
Oh,
one
I don't know
has
if I like
control of
these
the board.
categories. What's the word for 200?
On a snail, an omatophore is a stalk with this at the end. Okay, player 1.
What is antenna? And I'm off to a
That's
good start.
incorrect. Any other takers? Player 2. Yes.
I.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player
What's the word
2.
for 400?
If you set some Chinese punk on fire, it's because Chinese punk is this, from the Latin for set on fire. Here's the correct response. Incense.
Oh, incense, okay.
Player 2, back to you for our next selection. A shako is a stiff, cylindrical one of these worn by soldiers. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is a hat?
Yep, you've got some money again.
Okay, now I'm on the plus side.
Player 1. It's the medium on which you're traveling if you're in a hoy. Yes, player 1. That's right.
Alright. What's the word
You
for
again, player
1,000?
1. If you've got quinsy, also known as tonsillitis, you've got swelling in this part of your body. Okay, player 1.
What is the throat?
Right.
Okay.
Player 1, back to you for the giant Pacific this may have as many as 1,600 suckers on its arms. They help it to taste and touch. It's player 1. That is correct. Player 1. While it doesn't breathe fire, the dragon named for this Indonesian island does kill its prey with its deadly saliva. It's player 1.
What is Komodo?
Yes. Player 1.
Zoology
You
says.
doggone it, a mud puppy isn't a little doggy, but a large one of these amphibians. It's player 1. Right.
Salamander, yes.
Select a type of this snake that sounds like a James Clavell novel is Australia's deadliest and most feared. It's player 1.
What is taipan?
That's right.
Yeah,
Way to go.
taipan snake.
Player 1. The rare white alligator has a condition called leucism, meaning it lacks this skin pigment. Okay, player 1.
This is London?
Correct.
Alright.
Player 1, back to you. In earlier days, This evil-sounding chocolate cake was colored with red food dye. Player 1?
What is Devil's Food Cake?
That's right, way to go.
Cakes for 4.
Select the Cheesecake Factory has put its famous cream cheese icing on this other type of cake. Here's what we were looking for. Carrot cake.
Cakes for 600.
Please. Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte is known by this colorful name in English. Here's what we wanted. Black Forest cake.
Oh, Black Forest Cake, okay.
We return to you, Player 1.
Or 200.
Henry V and Joan of Arc both fought in this lengthy struggle between England and France. Player 1?
What is the 100 Years' War?
Yep.
War for 400.
You again. Here's Kelly.
Gas masks became a key part of a soldier's equipment after poison gas was used at the Second Battle of Ypres during this war.
It's Player 1.
What is World War I?
You got it.
Alright, $6,000. Cakes for 800.
Select again. This aluminum cake pan that sounds like a baseball play was invented by H. David Dahlquist in the early 1950s. It's
What
Player
is
1.
Bunt?
Yep.
6,800 now. Cakes for 1,000.
Player 1. As its name suggests, a trompe-l'oeil cake is one designed to deceive this sense. Yes, Player 2.
Sight?
Good.
Yeah. 1,200.
All right, let's get back into this. Player 2
Rock
has control.
and-
CCR. Left a good job in the city. Okay, Player 2.
What is Proud Mary?
Good.
Yeah, that's it.
Player 2, back to you for our next selection. Pink Floyd, Part 2. We don't need no education. 5 words. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is Another Brick in the Wall?
Yes.
Alright. Oh, it's just a complete guess.
Okay, let's get back
Or
into this.
600.
Player 1. In the biggest amphibious invasion in history, 350,000 troops invaded this French region in 1944. Yes, Player 1.
What is Normandy?
Good for you.
Alright,
You get to pick
Or
again,
even
Player
one.
The 262 model from this German manufacturer was the world's first operational fighter jet. Let's hear it, Player 1.
what is Messerschmitt?
Right you are.
War for 1,000, please.
Player 1. The oldest army unit in the world is this national one, founded in 1506, that guards the Pope. It's Player 3.
What is Italian Guard?
Sorry.
No, that's not right.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? The correct response is the Swiss Guard.
Swiss Guard, okay.
You again, Player 1.
What are you made of for 200?
Queen Elizabeth II at Madame Tussauds. It's Player 1.
What is wax?
Yes.
Alright. What are you made of for
Player
400?
1. Moses by Michelangelo at San Pietro in Vincoli, Rome. It's Player 1.
What is marble?
Right you are.
Alright.
You get to pick
What do you
again,
have for
Player
6?
1.
The answer there is the Daily Double.
Answer. It's the Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. How much are you going to wager, Player 1?
I'll just go for 1,200.
And
Here's
the
the answer.
Daily Double clue. Tecumseh on Cheers.
What is glass?
However, you
No.
keep your lead. The correct response is
He was made of
Wood.
wood. Alright, so I lost a bit, but I'm still in the
Please
lead,
pick
and
again,
I'm still
player
control the
one.
board. Classic rock opening line 600.
Nancy Sinatra. You keep saying, "You've got something for me." Let's hear it, player one.
What is these boots are made for walking?
Right.
Yeah.
You again, player one.
Classic rock lines 800.
The Beatles. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner. Here's the response we were looking for. Get back.
Classic rock lines for 1,000.
You get Elvis. We're caught in a trap. Here's the response we were looking for. Suspicious minds.
Okay. 800. What are you
Player
made
one,
of?
you pick again, please. Here's Kelly. She'll show you.
The warriors of China's first Qin emperor are made of this. It's Italian for baked earth.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is paper mache?
No.
Nope.
Sorry. Any other takers? It's player three.
Terracotta.
That's correct.
That's what we needed. It's terracotta.
And now the
All right,
$1,000
last
clip.
one now.
St. John the Baptist by Donatello at Siena Cathedral. Here's the response
Siena
we were looking
Cathedral
for. Bronze.
is made of bronze. All right, that does it for the Jeopardy round. Let's take a look at the scores. I've got the lead with 7,800. Player 2's in second at 1,400. Player 3 in third at minus 200.
You're going first.
So that means player 3 is going to hit first in the double Jeopardy round. And we're going to get to that double Jeopardy round right now. 2 daily doubles this time, and the categories are
D in science.
D in quotation marks,
Literature. The sporting life. Women's firsts. Arabic.
and
And the Vatican.
alright, where are we gonna start?
Let's get back into this. Player 3 has you can weigh up to 147 pounds in this boxing class between lightweight and middleweight. Yes, player 1.
What is featherweight? Shows what I know about boxing.
Anyone else? Player 3.
Welterweight
Hey,
is
you're
what
all
we
plus
needed.
In 1967, Memorial Coliseum in this West Coast city hosted the first Super Bowl. Green Bay beat Kansas City 35-10. Player 1.
What is Los Angeles?
Yes.
Sporting Life 1,200.
Player 1.
The answer there is a daily double.
Neptune. The first of the two
Okay,
daily doubles.
I am going to go for...
Player 1. Give us a wager.
I'm going to go for 5,800. A gutsy move, but hopefully it'll pay
In
off.
2006, Massachusetts made this sport, invented there, the official sport of the Commonwealth.
What is basketball?
That puts you even
Alright.
further ahead.
Up to 14 grand.
Player
Sporting
1.
Life through
Pick
16.
again. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew.
Popular in the British Isles and the Commonwealth, it's the sport being played here.
What is rugby?
Okay, player 1. Yes.
2,000.
You again. This ABC show debuted April 29th, 1961, with Jim McKay as host. Okay,
What
player
is
1.
Wide World of Sports?
Yes.
Alright.
We return to you,
Okay,
player
let's
1.
go literature for 400.
At the end of this novel, Reverend Dimsdale reveals publicly that he is the father of Hester Prynne's daughter. Player 3.
What is the Scarlet Letter?
Hey, you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Where do we begin, player 3?
Literature 800.
This character's first literary appearance was in the tragic drama The Seducer of Seville. Let's hear it, player 1.
I'll say what is Don Giovanni. That is not correct.
Any other takers? It's player 2.
It was Figaro?
That's not it.
That's not right.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player
I
3?
think it's Don Juan.
Right. Player 3, back to you for
Literature
our
for
next
1200.
selection. He wrote the 2001, 2010, 2061, and 3001 Odyssey books. Here's what we wanted. Arthur C. Clarke. We return to you, player 3.
Literature for 16.
This Neville Shute novel depicts the coming annihilation of the human race after a nuclear war. Here's the response we were looking for. On the beach. Please pick again, player 3. The title of this 1985 Bobby Ann Mason novel refers to the time a soldier spent in Vietnam. Player 2.
What is In Country?
That is correct.
Yeah. 2600. But we
A
have
lot
to
of
go somewhere
clues,
else.
a lot of categories. Player
Let's
2.
versus for 400.
Let's show her a little RESPECT. She's the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Player 1.
RESPECT. Who is Aretha Franklin? Women's
A lot of
first
clues. Sarah will present this clue.
In 2007, Drew Gilpin Faust became the first female president in the 371-year history of this picturesque university.
Okay, player 2. That's right. Way to go.
Yeah, Harvard.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player 2,
Women's versus
you
for
make the
12.
next selection as we registering as Kay Switzer in 1967. Catherine Switzer became the first woman to officially enter and run this race. Okay, player 1.
What is the Boston Marathon?
Right.
Alright, women's versus for 16.
All right. Frances Perkins became the first woman cabinet member when FDR put her to work as secretary of this. Here's the correct response. Labor.
Labor. Okay.
Player Wilma Mankiller was the first woman to serve as principal chief of this Southeast Native American tribe. Here's the correct response. Cherokee.
Cherokee tribe. Okay, let's
You
go somewhere
again,
else.
player 1.
D in science for 400.
It's the more common name for solid CO2. Player 1.
What is dry ice?
That's correct.
Okay, D in science 800.
Player 1. Dumbbell front raises strengthen and tone these large muscles that cover the shoulder. It's player 1.
What are the deltoids?
Good to you.
D in science
You get to
for
pick
12.
again. Ah, well, it's the area of light winds and calms in equatorial regions. How depressing. It's player 2.
What is doldrum?
Hey, you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Player
4600.
2. You start.
D in science for 16.
With a diameter averaging about 7 miles, it's the smaller of Mars's 2 moons.
Okay,
Player 1.
what is Deimos?
Yes.
Has to be, because Phobos was the other
Player
one,
one,
but Phobos
you
starts
start
with
us
P.
off.
D in Science
A
2000.
chemical engineering book named for this process is subtitled Mass Transfer in Fluid Systems. Here's the correct response. Diffusion.
Diffusion. Alright, 2 categories
Player
left.
one, back to you for our
Vatican
next
for
selection.
4.
Crispin of Viterbo was the first one of these created by John Paul II. It's player one.
What is it? Bishop?
Sorry.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Bishop or a saint?
Here's the correct response. A saint.
Saint. Oh, well, that's alright.
You again,
Vatican
player
either
one. You
one.
may not use cell phones or felt-tip pens when researching in the secret these. Let's hear it, player one.
What are the archives?
That's right. Way to go.
Vatican 12.
The 4 papal these churches include St. Peter's and St. John Lateran. Player 2.
Or basilicas?
That's it.
Yep. They're at 5,800.
Player 2. Where do we start?
Vatican for 16.
The Inventario Manoscritti room is part of this Vatican building. It's player 2.
The library?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the library.
We return to you, player 2.
Vatican for 2,000.
The faithful can make offerings via cash or credit card to the fund called This Man's Pence. Here's what we wanted. Peter.
Peter. Peter's pence.
Player 2.
Alright, 1 category left.
A shamal is a wind that whips up this blinding phenomenon. It's player 1.
What is sandstorm?
Good.
Yes. 22,000. Arabic for 8.
Player the number 3 is talata, and this day of the week is el talat. The correct response is Tuesday.
Tuesday. Alright, about a minute left in this round.
Player one.
Arabic
The
1,200.
name of this headdress for men may be related to the word coif.
Player 3.
It's player 3. Good for you.
Yeah. Good for you.
Okay, let's get back into this.
Arabic
player
for
3,
16.
you make the next selection as we...
The answer there is the other daily double. Alright, and you have $2,600 to put at risk.
Player 3, you're in last place, so let's see if you can quote player
Alright,
3.
you'll go to
Please.
2050 if
Okay,
you're correct
here's
on
the
this.
clue. Change one letter in wade to get this. A gully that's dry except during periods of rain.
What is
Nope.
Q-A-D-E?
We're
No,
talking
I'm
about
sorry, that's not
A
right.
wadi.
A wadi was what we needed.
And
Alright,
the
last clue coming up for $2,000.
In Arabic, follow a hope about the future, like the train arriving shortly, with this, meaning God willing. It's player 1.
What is Inshallah?
Yes.
That is right. And that'll take me to 24,000 as we end the double Jeopardy round.
Congratulations to all of you.
Player 2
You'll
at
be continuing on
7,400
to Final
and player
Jeopardy
3 at
when we come back.
2,350. And
Final
our
Jeopardy
final
still to
Jeopardy
come.
category
And
today
here's the category.
is 19th century inventions.
So, what's your wager?
Okay. I'll risk 2,000. And here's
last
the
clue?
answer.
One description of it said, its spokes look like cobwebs. They're after the fashion of those on the newest bicycles.
What is the Ferris wheel? Alright, let's go
Did you
down the
come up
line
with
and
the
start
correct
player
response?
3. Your response was, what is the Ferris
And
wheel?
this correct response
You're right.
will add
And you
how much
double
to
your score. You're going to go up to 4,700. Alright,
What
player
did you put as
2.
your response?
You also said Ferris
How
wheel.
much do you
And you're going to add
that correct
2250.
response?
That'll bring you to 9650.
What did you put as your response?
And I also said Ferris wheel.
How much do you
And I'm going to add another
total with that
2,000,
correct response?
giving me a total of $26,000.
Congratulations.
And that's going to make me the winner.
You
So that's my
are the
one-day
champion.
total for Jeopardy on the Wii U here on the Game Show Fun Zone is $26,000. Alright, and we'll see you all next time.